The following is a presentation of Big Polly's World of Sports Sims. I'm Big Polly, and I approve this message. Big Polly's World of Sports Sims proudly presents FHM 6, the Brass Bonanza series featuring the Hartford Whalers starting in 1979 and moving onward using Franchise Hockey Manager 6. And welcome to another edition of Franchise Hockey Manager 6. I'm Big Polly coming to you. And as I start the simulation, it is February 23rd, 1980. And for all of you historical buffs out there, that is the day after the American hockey team beat Russia 4-3. The Soviet Union was then known in the one of the medal round games for the men's ice hockey tournament in Lake Placid, New York. So nobody was paying attention to the NHL games of that day, 23rd of February 1980. We were all chanting USA, USA, USA. We'll take a look at the standings real fast, and actually I should show you the schedule of the Whalers because a lot went on between last week's sim and this. You'll recall that the last sim we had, the sim game we had, it was a 4-4 tie between Hartford and Montreal. Then the Hartford Whalers went to Long Island and played the New York Islanders, and they got shellacked, 13-3. You can see there, 4 goals for New York in the first, 4 in the second, 5 in the third. And it was not a good day for the Hartford Whalers that day as we go through the summary here. And New York Islanders, as they were in real life, a very, very good team at this point of the season. You could see there, just the 3 stars of the game alone, they got 7 goals. Dennis Potvin picked up 3, had a hat trick. Then we beat Atlanta 5-1. We tied Boston at 6-6. Beat Atlanta 5-2, where we will be at for this game. Lost to the Islanders again, but this time much closer, 6-3. Lost to the Kings 5-3, beat Colorado 5-2. 6-1 we beat Minnesota. Then we lost 5-2 to Vancouver at home and beat Winnipeg at home 5-1. Then we went to Toronto, lost 5-1, lost to the Rangers 5-2, lost to the Oilers 4-2, and that's where we're at now. So now I'll show you the standings. We are still at second place by a point in the Norris division of the Wales Conference. No, the game did not have an all-star game programmed into it, so we just continued on with the regular season. 65 points. Not too many teams ahead of us. I count. You might hear a rumble of thunder in my area. We're about 8th or ninth in the league. And tonight we're going to play the Atlanta Flames. I had to think I nearly called them the Atlanta Hawks, which of course is a basketball team. Go AI lines. We will continue. And this was, like I said, this was the day after the Americans beat the Russians. And in hockey, the miracle of Lake Placid. And this was also the day before, I believe they played Finland for the gold medal. And it wasn't a gold medal game. There was a round robin that went on, and the Soviet Union game and the game the following day were the second and third parts of a round robin, which the Americans they won the game with the Ruskies, and then they beat I think it was Finland, because they played. I keep getting Finland and Sweden mixed up, and they beat Finland and they won the gold medal by virtue of that win. So let's drop the puck and get this started. Hartford and Atlanta. And a penalty right away against Mike Rogers. So Hartford playing about 500 hockey, winning about as frequently as they lose. Only had 1 shot in the game, and that was Hartford's. Now Atlanta with 2. Penalty against Serge Beaudoin of Atlanta. Wasn't too long after this, Atlanta moved to Calgary, of course. Jim Craig, who was the hero of the U.S. hockey team of 1980, went on and played for Atlanta for a little bit. Then I believe he played for the Boston Bruins for a spell in the early 80s. And not a lot going on in this game so far. Halfway through the first, legal check to the head by Warner of Hartford. Ouch. And that's a 5-minute major, so Atlanta will have a very long power play. In fact, they will take advantage of it here. And a goal. Vale. Assist by McMillan and Russell, and that was 10:35 into the first period. And of course, on a 5-minute major, you don't lose the power play. The power play continues. And let's see if Atlanta only gets a goal here. They do. Team's now back to full strength. 7-4 shot advantage by Atlanta, which now goes to 9-4. 10-4 now. Two minutes left in the period, and a very off first period for for Hartford here. And that'll do it. End of the first period. It's 1-0 Atlanta. They have an 11-7 shot lead. And now, can Hartford do something here? Looking to tie the game, or Atlanta will take a 2-goal lead. We'll know which one here in a moment. Atlanta takes the 2-goal lead. Vale with assists from Russell and Pronovost. 25 seconds into the second period, it's 2-0 Atlanta. Not a good start for Hartford. A team they should easily beat. Ken Houston called for slashing, a 2-minute minor. But when you play 80 some odd games in an NHL season, odd things tend to happen, kind of like the baseball season where a good team's going to lose 60 games. Atlanta going to go up 3-0 here. We'll see in a moment. They do. Pronovost. Assist by Vale and Boldyrev. And it's 3-0 Atlanta, but as Don Cherry often says, the most dangerous lead in hockey is the three-goal lead. So let's see if Hartford can wake up here. Shots are about even, 15-11, 15-12 now. See if Hartford can get it going here a little bit. Midway through the game, still 3-0. Not a good showing for the Whalers up to this juncture. Now they lead in shots, fighting. Will Platt and Nick Foytu get called for 5-minute majors. They'll cancel each other out. Hopefully that gives Hartford a little shot of adrenaline they need. So far, nothing. Shots now even at 17. And could this be the opportunity Hartford was looking for? Yes! Jordy Douglas with the assist from Gordy Roberts. 15-11 into the second period. And it's 3-1. But here comes Atlanta. Right back. And there's the 3-goal lead again. Boldyrev, assists from Bale and Boudoin. 17:35 into the second period. It's now 4-1 Atlanta. Gordie Howe called for a holding penalty. You know it's not a good game for Hartford when he gets into the penalty box. Atlanta will have a power play going into the third period. In fact, in the last few moments, he says, waiting for a result that should be coming any moment. They score again. Not a good night for Hartford, that's for sure. Pronovost, Reinhardt, and Nilsson on the assist. 5-1. Goal was at 19:57 into the second period, so the second period will close. Shots dead even almost. 21-20 Atlanta. But they have a 5-1 lead. Hartford with a lot of work to do to get back on this one. Can they get back in this game? It's not looking likely. A 4-goal deficit with 15 minutes to go. Houston with a hit on Hangsleben. Rogers called for holding. A 2-minute minor again, and Hartford will be shorthanded for 2. Nilsson hit Carroll. Shot missed by Reinhardt. Missed a couple of shots. Lalonde misses a couple of shots. Takeaway by Lee. Stoughton shot saved by Reagan. The Bolva shot. Another save by Reagan. No, and we have a goal situation here coming up. Lalonde doing a lot of work for Atlanta. And a goal. Another goal. Bedoin with assist by Lalonde. Bobby Lalonde. I wonder if he's related to the light heavyweight boxer from Canada named Donnie Lalonde, who once fought Sugar Ray Leonard. 6-1. Oh boy, Atlanta just pouring it on here against Hartford. 8 minutes to go. Hartford actually leading on shots now, 33-28. 2 minutes for tripping for Kent Nielsen of Atlanta. Hartford will get a power play, but can they get anything going at this point? Blaine Staunton called for 2 minutes, hooking. So they'll play at even strength, and Atlanta will have about a minute's worth of a power play. 34-30, Hartford out shooting Atlanta. Both teams at even strength now. This one almost over, mercifully for the Whalers. LaCroix won a face-off, but that's it. 6-1, Atlanta takes down Hartford hard. 3 stars of the game were, if I can find them here, Eric Vale, 2 goals. Pat Reagan, 35 shots thrown at him. He saved 34 of them. And Pronovost with 2 goals. Howe was on the ice for the most time, 26:01. Mark Howe, Eric Vale for Atlanta had 22:45 ice time, 22 minutes 45 seconds. Garrett had a bad game for Hartford. Several players had a good game for Atlanta. How do you like that? 6-1. 4 goals in the second for Atlanta carried the day for them. And we will look at the standings one more time before this series part comes to an end. Hartford did not pick up any points. Atlanta way down. They got 42 points. They're probably not even going to make the playoffs. They're way behind Washington in the Campbell Conference Patrick Division. They trail by 10. The Rangers are at 63 points. And right now the New York Islanders have 93, as does the Buffalo Sabres. So those are the best teams. So could we see an all New York State Stanley Cup? Well, we'll just keep tuning in, and we will find out in the coming weeks ahead. Again, your final, brutal. Atlanta 6, Hartford 1. This has been Big Paulie coming to you. God bless. We'll catch you again soon. Bye-bye for now, everybody.